Hi, this is Daniel Hooper from 1% Property, coming to you with your weekly market update on Friday the 3rd of June 2022. So what has been going on across our beautiful area, Kedron and surrounding suburbs, over the last 7 days in property? So in Queensland, we had 1,375 sales over the last 7 days. That's pretty consistent with what we've been seeing for the last month or so. The auction clearance rate was 61%. It is slowly creeping down, 64, 67. It's edging down, but not fast. And that's probably similar to what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling in the market, is that it's edging down, but not fast. In the inner north, we had 14 sales. That's significantly lower. We've been seeing 20 to 30 sales, so that is lower than we've been seeing. But again, it's not regular week on week. It's probably just a quiet week in our area. Some notable sales: 65 Byard Street, that's BYTH, in Stafford. It's a 2-bedroom home, fully renovated, 602 square meters. That sold for $1.12 million, which is a good price for a 2-bedroom home in Stafford. 36 Kinman Avenue in Wavell Heights. That's a 4-bed, semi-renovated on 631 square meters. That achieved 1.29. So Wavell Heights still very, very strong, achieving very, very good prices. In the media this week, look, it's a very interesting market because obviously last year was just crazy. The hottest market, certainly in my lifetime in Australia. Now we're in a shifting market. We're just sort of analysing week on week as things are changing, and they are changing week on week. So Australia house prices dropped over the last month for the first time in more than 12 months. So across Australia, the average house price has dropped. That is led in big part by Sydney and Melbourne, which dropped fairly significantly. Brisbane actually went up by 0.88%, which obviously shows we are slowing, but we are not dropping. So over the last 3 months, Brisbane has gone up by 4.6%, which is very, very healthy growth. But compare that to the peak quarter when growth was at its highest, it was 8.5% in a single quarter. So it shows that although the Brisbane market is actually holding strong and being quite robust, we're certainly slowing down. We're definitely slowing down. We're not getting the craziness that we used to. One interesting statistic is rents are continuing to grow. There's still a rental crisis. There's not enough rentals. Rents have risen by 12.8% year on year in Brisbane, which is a lot. Something that isn't really being talked about, but that I'm interested in seeing whether it happens, is more favourable rents, higher rental yields obviously mean property is going to be a more favourable investment for people looking for, to put their cash somewhere. So what I see happening over the next couple of years is stocks, I don't think, are going to do very well. Everything's been going up for so many years. There's got to be a retrace. So I don't think stocks are going to do particularly well. Interest rates are rising. Other investments are traditional investments are potentially not going to do amazing over the coming years. So if rental rates continue to go up, property becomes much more attractive, even with no growth, because you've got that cash flow, that income asset. Whereas, say stocks, if there's no growth, you make nothing. You don't get that income. So I think if rentals continue to rise, especially if they rise faster than property prices, I think a lot of investors will be attracted back into the property market, which then may obviously make prices rise again. I do think in the short term, it's probably shaky, the outlook, certainly for Australia, but I think even Brisbane, the next couple of years is going to be fairly stagnant. But I am very, very, very positive on the long-term direction for Brisbane's property. One big positive aspect is population growth. Obviously, population growth in essence drives price growth, because the more people that need to buy homes, especially in an area like Brisbane where there's not an everlasting supply of homes, means prices go up. Now, over the last 12 months, in 2021 this was, the average population growth across Australia was 0.2%. So obviously very little international migration, but in southeast Queensland, the population growth was 1%. So we're getting 5 times the growth of the average of Australia's average. And obviously once the borders open, we're going to get more, as will the rest of Australia. But certainly 1% growth compared to 0.2 average makes me very, very positive on the long-term outlook for Brisbane's property. I think Brisbane real estate is going to have a very good decade. even though I don't think the next few years are going to be particularly exciting. At 1% property, it's been another great week. So we sold and settled on 17 St. Clair Street in Kedron. That one we sold in 3 days. It's a 2-bedroom cottage on 415 square meters. Sold it in 3 days for a suburb price record for a 2-bedroom home on under 600. So that was obviously a very good result. We're very happy with that. 8 at 11 Kingsmill Street in Chermside. That one is a 2-bed, 2-bath apartment. Again, we sold that in about a week. Just to note, there are properties in that building, very similar properties to this that have been on with other agents for some of them close to 12 months. So we obviously the owner was skeptical and was scared that that property was not going to sell. We found a buyer within 7 days. Had quite a long settlement, but due to her requiring foreign investment approval and that sort of thing. But we found the buyer, we got the property sold, and we got the price the owner wanted, and we did it very quickly. For sale at the moment, we launched last week, 331 Ellison Road. That is a house plus granny flat. It's in immaculate condition. It was built in 2015. It's returning $900 a week in rent, which is a fantastic rental yield, looking at sort of 1.3 plus for that property. 54 Bertram Street. It is, again, an immaculate house built in the 90s, only had one owner. It's in very, very good condition. It's on a 301 block, easy to maintain, but still some usable yard. Looking at the mid-9s for that one. Just had a first offer come through this morning, so we will be presenting that over the weekend. Also launched this week, 67 Homebush Road in Kedron, 3-bed, 1-bath, beautiful flat 405 block with stunning vegetation in the backyard, looking at 1 to 1.1 for that property. 224 Appleby Road in Stafford Heights, 3 beds. It's an 809 block. It already has a subdivision 1 into 2 approval, development approval already done, and looking at sort of 1.1 to 1.2 for that one. And then also coming soon, we have a stunning home in Boondall, probably one of Boondall's best houses. We've got a very, very good value and entry-level renovator in Everton Hills. We've got a cracking investment property in Chermside. Those are all launching next week, all 3 of them. We've also got another beautiful home in Kedron, another beautiful home in Wavell Heights, signed up and ready to go in a few weeks' time. So lots and lots of exciting things happening, lots of property ready to go. If you're looking for a home, if you have any questions about what I've said today or anything about the market, or if you'd like to get a value update on your property, please give me a call, 0424 585 391. Otherwise, I hope you have had a fantastic week so far, and I hope the weekend is even better.